Hey, welcome back. Good to see you again. It is lunchtime again, and as promised, we're going to do some more with that smoked rabbit that we did the other day. And what we're going to make is a Bahn Mi sandwich. If you've never had one of those, you need to follow along, and we'll show you how to do it. Now, a Bahn Mi sandwich is a Vietnamese sandwich. It's made with different types of meat. You can get it in all flavors that you want. We're going to use, of course, the smoked rabbit that we do. The first Bahn Mi sandwich I ever had was made with pork belly. It was really good. It was a barbecued pork belly, but they'll use grilled pork, grilled chicken, grilled beef, a very well seasoned meat. It holds up to everything else in the sandwich. But it's super good, and I enjoy making them. And on the sandwich, they put a pickled vegetable like daikon radish, carrot, and onion sliced really thin, and they pickle that in rice vinegar with a little bit of sugar and some water, and it makes a really quick pickle, and we'll show you how to do that. And they'll put that on the bread with the meat, and some jalapenos and some cucumbers and some cilantro with the pickled vegetables. It's really super good. So let's get at it. First thing we need to talk about is bread. So you need to find some nice crusty bread, and it's becoming increasingly more difficult to find a good crusty bread. Everybody wants to make their bread super soft. But like this bread here is called an Italian bakery bread. I can guarantee you if you went into an Italian bakery, you're not going to find bread this soft. It's going to be really good, chewy, hearty bread. And you can't find it anymore. It drives me crazy. So instead of just using this like it is, we're going to toast it pretty good in the skillet, get a nice brown crust to it. We'll even flip it over and crisp up the back a little bit to get it a little more crunch and try to get it to hold together a little bit better. That's the problem with bread. Most people don't know is you use different bread for different applications or different types of sandwiches. If you have a soft sandwich spread or ingredient like say egg salad or something like that, you need a soft bread. You should always serve that in soft bread. If you were to serve it in a nice hard crusty bread, you go to bite it, all of the ingredients squeeze out the side, and it's not the way to go. So you need a good soft bread so you can bite it and get all the ingredients and everything. Now say you were making a sandwich with like hard Italian dry salami and some Swiss cheese and stuff like that. You don't want a soft bread. You want a bread with a little bit of bite to it so you can really hold the bread together with your hands and take that nice bite. If you're going to use soft bread, you'll bite into that salami or whatever and it'll pull right out of the bread and won't hold on to it. Or if you're making like a French dip sandwich, this soft bread just falls apart like toilet paper in the toilet. You gotta have a good crusty bread, like the old type of bread with like the cornmeal on the bottom of it when it's baked. It's fantastic, and I don't know why they don't make it anymore and you can't find it in the stores. It's very rare. So we'll get this toasted up and we'll show you how to put the rest of this together. So you need to start by pickling some vegetables. It's a quarter cup of carrots, quarter cup of daikon radish, quarter cup of white onion, purple onion would work too, and you slice it really thin, about 1/16 of an inch thick, and then you put your pickle together, which is half a cup of seasoned rice vinegar, a quarter cup of water, and a quarter cup of just plain white sugar. And what I do is I heat that up in my microwave in my little measuring cup until the sugar dissolves. Takes about a minute. I do it 30 seconds at a time, and then I'll let that cool, and then you pour it over your sliced vegetables. You only need to pickle these for about 30 minutes to an hour, but you could do them up to a day at a time. It's fine. So we've got those in the pickle. They've been in there for probably a half hour or so. So we're not far off. The other thing you need to do is get some cucumbers sliced really thin. You can see sliced very thin. And I don't normally like cucumber, but I tolerate it on this sandwich. Get a jalapeno, slice it really small, kind of matchstick size, really thin, and some cilantro, some lime juice, and of course our really good smoked rabbit. So when that bread's toasted, we'll get with it. Okay, we've got our bread toasted. I've hollowed it out just a little bit so we have more room for the ingredients and we don't have so much bread. So we're going to take some of our smoked rabbit and lay in here. Maybe just a couple more little pieces on this end. It's going to be a pretty hearty sandwich here. So now we're going to take some of our pickled vegetables here and we're going to kind of drain them a little bit as we pick them up out of the pickle. You don't have to get every drop off of them, but you don't want to get things crazy soggy either, especially with this bread that's not that crusty. And we'll put a nice layer of our pickled vegetables on top here. Maybe just a little more here in the middle. Alright, then we're going to take some of our really thin sliced cucumber. Like that. And then we'll take some of our jalapenos sliced thin. And then some of our cilantro on top of that. Now say you're somewhere where you can't get daikon radish. You can use any crunchy vegetable. You could use a turnip or jicama, something like that. It would all work. So there's what she looks like. We're going to put this thing together and take a few bites of this baby. Wow, really good. Take a look at that. You get that creaminess of the mayonnaise and that smokiness of the smoked rabbit with the crunchiness of that pickled vegetable and that little tart flavor and that little zing of the cilantro in there. Off the hook. Super good sandwich. I hope you give it a try. Takes me right back to having these before. The first time I ever had one of these was at work. Somebody had brought one in, so we started ordering out. We'd order out for these sandwiches and have somebody go pick them up. But I started going on my off days at lunch and stuff if I was in town and have these Bahn Mi sandwiches. You can't find the good ones very often, and this place was off the hook. Lots of flavors. The pork belly Bahn Mi was the best. But use some barbecued meat or whatever you want to use, or grill it up and use it for this dish. All right. Till next time, stay safe, stay healthy. We got another surprise with our smoked rabbit tomorrow. Be sure to stay tuned. You're really going to love that one too. Bye-bye.